What's up, Cranky Nation? Welcome back to another video, guys. Wisdom teeth. We have them. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Some people have to get theirs removed. Also, sometimes people don't. Today, I'm going to tell the story of my horrific wisdom teeth removal, as you can already tell from the title of this video. So let's take a little trip down memory lane, shall we? This was about... wait, what year is it? In the fall of 2016. I had 4 wisdom teeth, 2 on each side. I had to get them removed because they were coming in impacted. My wisdom teeth weren't very big yet when I got my dental consultation, and they said, oh yeah, you should just get them out now because they're small. So I was like, oh, okay, cool, because they hadn't started to hurt yet. Sometimes people wait until they grow in enough for them to actually hurt before they get them removed. I didn't, but maybe I should have. So there's a few options here. Some people, what they do if they have dental coverage or if their parents do, they can get it removed by a specialist. Usually the person getting their teeth removed is sedated and then they'll get them removed. I, however, don't have dental, so I got mine done for free at the hospital. So I had to be on like a 6-month wait list, and then I finally got the call saying, oh yeah, you can come get your teeth removed now. So I went to the hospital and got mine removed. The surgery that they do at the hospital is a little bit different. Instead of being sedated for the surgery, you're put under general anesthetic, so you are actually unconscious, which is a little bit more extensive, I guess, because you have to have a breathing tube shoved down your throat in case you stop breathing, I guess. I don't know. Okay, I was just editing and then I just remembered a detail from this story. So the anesthesiologist explained to me about putting the breathing tube down your throat. Another thing that he explained to me was that because of the breathing tube, sometimes the patient will get a nosebleed. And he said, oh, but if that happens, we'll stop the nosebleed, it'll be fine. When I woke up, aside from not being able to feel half of my face, I had crusted blood on my nose. So I guess I started to have a nosebleed during the surgery and then they had to stop the bleeding. When I woke up, I basically looked like this.
What day is it?
Friday. It's not funny.
In that video, the reason why I'm saying I can't blink my eye is because the entire right side of my face was numb all the way up to here, and I couldn't control closing my eye. So usually after an extensive surgery like this, people will get prescribed some kind of painkiller. My one friend who got her surgery done maybe a year prior to mine was prescribed Percocets. Molly Percocet. Parks and Recreation. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I, however, was prescribed Tylenol 3s. You're supposed to take these Tylenols like every 4 to 6 hours. I was in so much pain after that I was taking them every 3.5. Ah, okay, I just remembered another detail. So because I was taking them so frequently, my throat hurt so bad that I couldn't even swallow them anymore. So what I had to do was take 2 spoons and crush up the T3s into powder and then mix it with water and then drink it in order to take it. I was dying. And when I took them, it didn't make the pain go away. It just made it just bearable. My mouth was so swollen that I couldn't close my mouth completely. My mouth was just constantly open like this, and my mouth would always dry out because I would just fall asleep like that, and I had no way of closing it because everything was just so swollen. I couldn't bite down at all. My teeth couldn't touch each other because everything in between was just so swollen. The typical recovery for a wisdom teeth removal, as I had seen with my best friend or my younger brother or other people that I know, usually lasts maybe like 3 to 5 days. So I was like, oh cool, this will be over in a few days. A week later, I was still so swollen that I couldn't close my mouth. So we went to the clinic and had the doctor look at it, and I was just there dead, and the doctor said, yeah, that's not good. You should go talk to your dentist. So then I had to go to the dentist. So at this point it had been maybe like a week and a half after the surgery. So the dentist takes a look and he's like, yeah, you know what, sometimes this just happens. You have a particularly small jaw, so I think that they had to kind of go crazy. So they had to kind of go crazy in there, you know, to get the the teeth out. Pretty much like, yeah, can't do anything, this is just what happens. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I still can't feel half my face. The dentist is basically like, oh, and I'm like, is the anesthetic still there? And he's like, no, that should be gone by now. Well, you know, sometimes there's nerves in the jaw, and sometimes they can get severed during the surgery. It just happens sometimes. And I'm like, what? So he's like, oh yeah, okay, give it 2 weeks, you know, and then if it doesn't come back in 2 weeks, then give it 2 years. So I'm just kind of there with a swollen face, still can't close my mouth, in constant pain, with a dead half of my face. So I go home after that, give it another week. So now it's been about over 2 weeks since I've had my surgery. My face is still swollen. I still can't eat solid food. It's still extremely painful. So I go back to the doctor again and I'm like, it hasn't really gotten better. And the doctor's like, okay, cool. You have an infection. Sick. Now I have to be on antibiotics while I'm trying to heal this. This is just gonna slow down the process. So now I'm on antibiotics. And the doc at that time says, okay, yeah, go back and talk to your dentist again. Okay, cool. So then I have to go talk to the dentist again. And I'm like, I have an infection. I still can't eat solid food. My face is still terribly swollen. And I still can't feel half my face. And the dentist is like, yeah, you know, sometimes that just happens. Give the nerve thing about 2 years though. Cool, this sucks. Fast forward to how long it actually took for me to heal from this. It ended up being like 4.5 week recovery or 5 weeks, I can't remember. All this time I had to take off work. And when I could finally eat solid food again, my muscles of mastication, muscles of chewing, had actually atrophied and shortened. I could barely open my mouth. I remember I tried to eat a banana at work. I had to cut the banana up into thin slices in order to eat it because I just couldn't open my mouth. And then when I went to chew and actually put pressure on my teeth, my gums hurt so bad because it was like my gums atrophied as well. So my face was just broken. Fast forward to a few months later, I still couldn't feel part of my face. The nerve had to start growing back, and nerves grow at about 1 millimeter a day. And basically what they say is, yeah, give it 2 years. If it doesn't come back in 2 years, it never will. So while my severed nerve was healing, it hurt so bad. When I was getting dressed in the morning and I put on a hoodie, and if the fabric from the hoodie grazed my face, it hurt so bad. It was like so exaggerated, like an electrical shock going through my face. So now it's been past 2 years. I can obviously talk, chew, open and close my mouth properly. It's not swollen anymore that I know of. But I do have nerve damage. It doesn't hurt when I touch it anymore, but I do have an altered sensation in this part of my face here, from the side of my mouth, up my jaw, and the corner of my mouth, on this bottom half of my lip here, and then on my bottom gums all the way up the back, and then the right half of my tongue. So, woo! When the damage was a little bit worse and I could feel a little bit less, if I was drinking coffee and it was too hot, I would just push the hot coffee over to the nerve damage side so I wouldn't actually feel the pain of it burning. One time I also lost a piece of gum in my mouth too on this side because I couldn't feel it and I didn't know where it went. It's mostly back now though, but it's not the same. Anyways, I hope this doesn't freak you out if you haven't had your wisdom teeth out yet, because this is a very uncommon occurrence. Okay, so now we're at the end of the video. I hope that you enjoyed somewhat. As always, if you liked this video, leave a thumbs up. If you hated it, leave a thumbs down. Let me know what you think in the comments, and subscribe. I don't know what else to say now. I think this is it. So, I'm gonna go now. Okay, see you. So dumb.